Hey Captains, this is Karandar, and welcome to Patch Wednesday that brings us update 10.3 into World of Warships. The information in this video is actually a compilation of 5 different World of Warships news articles and 2 videos. It's a very busy update with a lot going on, and quite a bit more coming throughout this update. So remember to hit that subscribe on this YouTube channel, follow my Discord and Twitch accounts, and you'll never miss out on anything. Now, let's dive into some details. First off, we now have access to the full line of Italian battleships to research and play in the tech tree. The Tier 8 Veneto, Tier 9 Lepanto, and Tier 10 Christoph Colombo join the others we could have earned in the past 2 updates. These 3 ships are all equipped with the relatively slow reloading SAP and AP firing 381mm guns. They have decent bow armor, and they're equipped with a full speed smoke to help you evade the heavy enemy fire. Just keep in mind, you have a very large smoke firing penalty before you use this, or you will waste it. And also keep in mind that if you don't have a teammate spotting the enemy for you, you'll also become blinded from your own smoke for the duration of that smoke. Another notable distinction is that while these ships have a large number of secondary guns, their secondaries only penetrate 15mm armor, so these aren't even point defense weapons against destroyers. The only thing that they can contribute is starting fires, possibly. So keep in mind, if you find yourself on a flank and you've got ships like Mogador, Paolo, Kleber, or Marceau, you are very, very at risk. The chances of you being able to destroy one of these ships is you just can't do it. If they're smart and they charge you down, with the penalties against AP and SAP rounds being roughly 10% of its main damage, you get 1 volley from the time that you see these guys to the time that they sink you with torpedoes. So just take care on your positioning. Where these ships do excel, if you can find yourself fighting soft-skin cruisers, they can be absolutely devastating. Now, the main part of this update is we have early access to a new German destroyer line split, and when fully implemented, this will bring us tiers 7 through 10, with the Elbing arriving at tier 10, and they'll hit the tech tree in update 10.5. This update, we have early access potential for up to tier 9. Now, these destroyers, they sport, at the higher tiers, 150mm guns. They have high penetration, improved penetration angles for armor piercing compared to traditional guns of the same caliber, meaning if you can catch cruisers on a broadside, you should be able to inflict some pretty serious damage with your AP rounds. It's going to require some patience and some playing and put to position, but if you can, you'll be rewarded. Beginning at tier 9, these ships gain a significant improvement to shell velocity, so you should be fairly comfortable to hit at longer ranges. Now, their HE shells, they do have the high German penetration, but do suffer to fairly low damage per shell in comparison to the AP. This line also is equipped with fairly slow 50-knot torpedoes, and the entire line also features better armor than most destroyers, along with the smoke generator consumable. Their main weakness would be their large size, makes them an easier target. They're not as fast as some destroyers. They're definitely not nimble. The Tier 9 Felix Schultz, for example, has an 800-meter turning circle with a dismal 7.4-second rudder shift. And best case concealment on that ship is 6.5 kilometers. So you're not going to be charging into a cap trying to take it initially. But if you play it more like a British light cruiser, it can be a very strong support destroyer, slightly back and ideally targeting enemy cruisers rather than destroyers. Now, throughout this update, we'll have a new weekly mission chain that will allow us to earn up to 5,000 German tokens. 250 more tokens can be obtained from 14 free random daily bundles in the armory, and you'll have 21 days to access those free bundles. And remember, you can also access that armory from the news portal page at the very top. There's a new armory section, or there's a URL link that I'll put in the comment section below this video on YouTube, and you can access that by cell phone or any internet browser. Now, those methods of acquiring tokens will give you 5,250 tokens, and that will be just enough that you can earn the Tier 7 destroyer, the Z-31, and also The bundle below her is the Iron Cross Permanent Camouflage, and you can get both of those for free, provided that you unlock all of those tokens. Any of the bundles beyond that will require purchasing bundles for doubloons in the armory, and it will get expensive fast. It's not something I would recommend for acquiring ships that we will be able to unlock for free in future updates. Additionally, up to 500 German tokens may be gained by exchanging recruitment points in the armory, and an additional 250 tokens might be earned by watching regular official streams of World of Warships, and they'll give us bonus code missions. So we have a little buffer, but not much, in acquiring the Tier 7 ship and its permanent camouflage. This update will also bring us a new Dockyard event, and this will span the next 2 updates. It'll consist of 22 phases to build the German Tier 9 premium destroyer ZF6, along with her Warpaint permanent camouflage. This was a French ship that was captured by the Germans but never actually completed. The concept sports some unique characteristics, with decent 5.8 concealment kilometers, 128mm guns with 32mm of high explosive penetration, and also heavy AP shells with improved penetration angles. She's equipped with engine speed boost, defensive AA, and main battery reload booster. She also has 2 sets of fast torpedoes with an 8-kilometer range. I believe base is 75 knots. Similar to past Dockyard events, we'll be able to unlock up to 19 of the 22 phases in the shipyard by completing weekly combat missions, and these will leave 3 phases to purchase with doubloons for any who want this ship. Individual phases can be purchased at any time for 2,200 doubloons each, so 6,600 would be required to complete the ship if you get all of the phases possible from the missions. You can decide to buy one of the 2 starter packs that are available. Now, these are only available until you have earned your 3rd phase through missions, so just be aware of that. If you want a discounted bundle, you have to buy it sooner than later. The 1 pack is 3 phases for 5,000 doubloons. There's also an 8-phase pack available for 8,950. Any phases that we do unlock past the 22nd that gives us the ship and its permanent camouflage will bring us 3,000 coal and 200 steel. Checking out our weekly missions, we have a weekly mission for Battle of the Atlantic. It's going to be available for the next 62 days, and this just awards various consumables. There's also a weekly mission to earn the tokens that we need for the armory bundles to unlock the Tier 7 tech tree ship and other bundles that are there. Now, take careful note here. These missions look to have just a 1-week duration. So when you're playing, focus on the mission requirements of these token missions, or you won't or may not get them completed and miss out on tokens. There's very little room that we can miss tokens and still get that ship for free. I don't personally think that's fair, and I think the missions should honestly be carried over week to week throughout the entire update. Now, moving on to the Dockyard missions, we're going to have these for 2 full updates. You can see the typical chain, and they unlock each week. And we progress through them, and I recommend taking a very careful look through these chains, and I mean really look. The mission requirements do progressively get more difficult as you go through, so check towards the end before you spend a pile of doubloons today. A lot of these are very demanding. Many of them are much easier to complete in co-op battles. Careful planning is going to be required by most captains, because some of these are 25, 35 missions to complete one task. Now, as with all of them in the past, the top missions, those are more general. They don't require specific classes, destroyer, cruiser, battleship. The lower ones are class specific. So take a look at the general that are completed by all ships. Take a look at the classes that you prefer play, and that you have ships that can accomplish those missions, and try to stack those, pick them wisely, so it'll minimize the time that it takes to get through them. Starting on May 1st, we're going to see a new daily bonus system in the game. It will include 24 rewards that, if we collect all of them, we'll get a super container on the 24th day. During the update, Any additional days that we log in past that, we'll see 750 free XP paid out to us. And this collection calendar should appear in the player's menu on the port screen in the game. Collecting can be done by manually clicking or automatically each day that we do log into the game. It looks like it's going to require us actually entering the game. New in the armory this month are 2 new ships. The first is a Tier 10 German carrier, Immelmann. She's equipped with torpedo bombers and a new skip bomber mechanic. This ship is going to be available for 264,000 coal, and remember there's usually a discount coupon that refreshes every 6 months for that. The second ship available is a new Tier 10 Commonwealth destroyer, the Vampire II. Now this destroyer is a daring class equipped with crawling smoke, engine boost, and a 5-kilometer hydroacoustic search. She's going to be available in the Research Bureau for 55,000 research points. Also in the armory are going to be 2 new Special Japanese Commander for 35,000 coal and 1,500 doubloons respectively. These have improved attributes to Survivability Expert and Emergency Repair Specialist. In the armory also, under the containers section, is now the Legion of Honor containers for 1,000 coal. Now these reward the typical consumables, but more importantly, collection pieces to unlock the Legion of Honor collection. This collection gives you the ability to use alternate camouflage color schemes and to mount a second flag on all French ships. And the best way to complete that collection is buy a single container for coal. That unlocks the collection, and then access the collection under your profile. Select the Collect toggle, and from then on, every daily container you have has a chance of giving you a piece for the collection, so you don't have to spend any more coal. It'll save you a lot doing it that way. Now this makes the 19th collection currently available in the game, and you can find a detailed list of how to unlock and most economically complete each one of these in my brief Collections 101 video. So for example, you can get 5 of these 6,000 coal cost Sansonetti containers from a free Twitch Prime loot bundle. Now that's only available till April 16th, so if you do have Twitch Prime, you haven't accessed that bundle yet, that's 30,000 coal worth of bundles of containers, so take advantage of that while you can. Also, regarding armory access, we're going to lose the ability to acquire 8 premium ships coming up in update 10.5. They've given us lots of warning here so that some of these ships that are earned by means other than doubloons we can work towards. These include the aircraft carrier Eric Lowenhart, the battleship Nelson and Lennon. Now the Nelson is free XP, I believe 375,000. It can be a fun battleship if you like battleships. That's a cheap cost, so it is a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. It took a little while to master the armor scheme, but the guns are good, great fire starter, and provided matchmaking's good, you're not fighting 9s all the time, it can be a lot of fun. Additionally, Cruiser Admiral Graf Spee, destroyers T-61, the Haida, the Z-39, and the Yasashio are all going away. I was also happy to see that this update will see a return of the popular King of the Seas competition for its 12th edition. Since World of Warships or Wargaming has purchased the rights for this competition, I'm very thankful, that it retains its 9 versus 9 format with no carriers. Fantastic fun to watch, good announcing. Anybody that hasn't watched this, I urge you to take advantage of it. It's fun. Right now there's 2 articles detailing how to obtain containers from this competition. And these containers, for any who haven't started yet, there's the King of the Seas collection. And that collection is pretty valuable because it awards a Tier 7 premium container, and that awards you a Tier 7 premium ship. So during this event, we're going to see a mission arrive for 1 week, April 23rd to May 31st, and completing that will give us 1 container. There's 7 more going to be available from small missions that we can earn watching the Twitch competitions each weekend. You want to check the articles for the schedule? I'll link them in the comments section below this video. There's also been several visual tweaks, making torpedoes, shell tracers more visible, hydroacoustic effect less distracting. Wave motion has been slowed to help some people who've been complaining of being queasy after watching these new effects. Smokescreen effects have been reduced. Certain water effects, underwater effects have been added. I'm assuming this is for future submarine action. Also, effects rendering should be slightly less demanding for our video cards. The Port of Hamburg has been reworked with new lighting and details, and the Commander Skills user interface has been tweaked slightly to help it make it more intuitive for us. For those of us in clans, the weekly naval battles has been slightly changed. Those who participate the most in the qualification round beginning each Monday morning will earn an extra battle attempt or 3 type of thing on the weekends. We'll be able to see more detail of our opposing clan's progress during the engagement stage also, so a little more interesting. We'll also see new permanent camouflage in the game, and during this update, information will be coming regarding collaboration with King Kong vs. Godzilla, and how to obtain a new commander that's being introduced, Leroy Jenkins. So you'll want to watch the news portal, or again, follow me on Twitch, my Discord, keep up with the news as it arrives and you won't miss anything. The Port of Kronstadt's been updated for Victory Day, and the Port of Curie has been updated, removing the New Year's decorations. Gorgeous, both of them. There have been several game balance changes, including the reduction of the Thunderer range from 24.3 kilometers down to 23, and also Stalingrad radar, the duration has been reduced from 30 seconds to 25, and several Italian battleships have had some main battery tweaks. Nothing major, but just something to check into. In the effort to make researching many tech tree ships simpler, and researching these ships will see their A hulls removed. Some of them used to have 3 hulls, so now they'll have 2 instead of 3. And many of the hulls in the game are receiving modified AA defenses, just to make them a little more effective to be able to defend at lower tiers especially. Captains who have already researched and purchased these ships and their old hulls should see ship XP boost to those ships themselves, and also credit compensation for any modules that they had purchased. At the bottom of the Update 10.3 German Destroyers Part 1 article is an orange Collect Your Gift button, and pressing that gives you the usual 24 hours of premium time, so take advantage of that. Twitch article also came out just this morning, and it adds more details on the Kings of the Sea event, including the containers, Twitch drops earned while watching your favorite World of Warship streamers. They're going to reward up to 5 missions for Twitch and 5 containers. And again, watching that Twitch King of the Seas event, we'll see up to 7 little missions that can reward 7 of those King of the Seas containers as well. And again, that Twitch Prime bundle for 5 cents in the Italian containers is only available until April 16th. So anybody that can, take advantage of it. And then we should see a new Twitch Prime bundle probably around the 17th. Something to keep an eye on. They'll usually announce it. And again, I'll make sure that I point that out. One last note regarding my Twitch channel. We're a month old now, and I have to say I'm very humbled. The support from other streamers, from players, people joining into chat, people joining me in games, the questions, the input. It's been a lot of fun, and I can't wait to see where the channel goes and how it grows. And I hope you'll join me. Thank you very much for watching today, and until the next time, good hunting.